The ultimate what if, as in, what if Meghan Markle married into real power, different power? What if she divorces Harry? Let's talk about reality. Let's hit reality. Meghan Markle married into the most forgiving royal family on the planet, and still she could not make it work. So let's play the ultimate, say, what if game. For example, what if Meghan had married into a different royal family? What if she had been forced to live under true power and discipline? What if she had been expected to act like a real royal woman, not a celebrity? Would she have survived? Or would she have been exiled? And more importantly, to pick your brain, what happens when Meghan Markle decides to divorce Prince Harry? Let's not kid ourselves. We've all heard the rumor. She's been out there, her team's been out there pitching book deals for a post-divorce theme, They're rumors. We don't know if they're real or not, if it's alleged. But who are we kidding here? Who are we kidding here? This woman's got a plan, She's planning her future. She's planning her insurance portfolio, as I've mentioned before. So, what does the world do with a twice divorced American actress with no real status beyond controversy? Because history tells us that some women, after divorce, and even after divorce, remain icons. That's right, some of them do. A lot of royal women who divorce fade into obscurity. But there's been examples in the past where women can actually shine even brighter post-divorce. However, could this be Meghan Markle's case? Could she fall under this category of being even more popular post-divorce? Let's find out. But before I go any further, I just want to take a quick moment of your time to welcome you to ChronoRoyals, where here on this channel, we explore royalty, the power of ambition, the legacies that have shaped history, and also a huge thank you to everyone supporting this channel so far, and as well as a warm welcome to all of our new viewers. If you're new here, we would love to have you join ChronoRoyals. Like, share, and be a part of the discussion. I'm also personally inviting you to hit that notification bell to subscribe so that you don't have to miss a single future discussion. So, let's get into today's topic. All right, so let's be brutally honest. If Meghan Markle had married into any other royal family, and I'm just going to do a quick recap here because I've already talked about this in my previous discussion, so definitely go back and I'm going to link the videos into the description so you can go back and watch part 1 of this discussion to understand all the points we're trying to make, because it gets pretty confusing. The more we deep dive, the more we go into the topics, and it seems the more of a labyrinth it turns out to be. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and then we'll get there. Even if we have to get lost in the maze for a little bit, there's always a way to get to the end and the bottom of this. So, as I was saying, what if Meghan had married into any other royal family outside of the Western world? Her fate would have been very, very, and I mean very different. For example, Japan's imperial family. What are the expectations? Well, total silence, humility, and servitude to the emperor. Nation first, self last, or instinct, basically. The reality is, Meghan would have been forced to surrender her entire identity and dedicate herself to the imperial household on the day she would have said, "I do." Bottom line. She would not have lasted 6 months. Trust me. The royal family, the imperial royal family, would not even have looked at her once. As a matter of fact, they probably would not even have allowed the marriage. Okay? Now, what about the Thai monarchy? We've talked about it. Well, what are the expectations? You know, not very far from the Japanese imperial royal family. You know, they expect absolute respect for the king and national identity. In Thailand, the government supports the monarchy in ways that they need to both coexist and both revere one another in order to exist. But here's the kicker. The government, the Thai government, has this special thing where they have absolute what's the word I'm trying to say? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm losing my train of thoughts. But anyway, they support the monarchy, okay? For example, it is a crime in Thailand to even look at the monarchy sideways. Literally, like the other day I was just watching on the news, this person, a Thai citizen, was sentenced to 15 years in prison for saying something bad about the Thai monarchy on social media. You know, like you could post a bad comment on social media, and believe me, the Thai government is going to hunt you down. They're going to take you out of your little cozy bed, and they're going to put you in the street, and they're going to shame you for bad-mouthing the monarchy, and then they're going to put you in prison for 15 years. That's how harsh it is there. Do you think Meghan could have survived this? You know, any public defamation or playing victim against the monarchy in Thailand could result in criminal consequences. And to be honest with you, with that one Oprah interview, she'd have been erased from history. You know? Now, we had also talked about the Arab world, the Arab royal families in the Middle East. What are their expectations? Well, their expectations are like Asian expectations, except you multiply, you amplify that by 10 times, 100 times, because the Arab world is a very, very fine, delicate line that, you know, it's a very thin veil. There's a lot of shades, but there's also this very thin veil that we'll also, again, talk about it another day, another discussion, another topic. However, their expectation is all about dignity, privacy, adherence to religious and cultural laws. Like she would literally, like for example, Meghan Markle would have to literally convert into whichever religion they practice, you know. Airing family issues on TV would not even be an option. Not even a thought, you know. And Meghan would be exiled or silenced immediately. Or worse, she could be on house arrest for the rest of her life. She could live in a palace and yet be on house arrest for the rest of her life if she dares to even utter anything other than contentment for being part of these Arab monarchies, you know. But again, now let's take it one step further. I know I might lose a lot of you, but we gotta do this. And You all know that this is when I extend the olive branch to the Sussex squad, to the Sugars, and everyone who is a supporter of Meghan Markle. Because I believe in unity, I don't believe in division. The Sussex squad is here to stay. So come on in, pull up a chair, sit down by us, sit down by me, and let's dive in. Let's dive into today's topic, you guys. Come on. You can bring your little fruit trays too. Yes, you can. Come on, Sugars. You can also bring your fruit tray. You can bring your sprinkled floured donuts. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There's quite a few of you. So let's take a little second here to wait for all of our friends, the Sussex squads, the victims of Meghan Markle's race card narrative. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Yay, Sussex squad. We're so happy you're here. At last. Come on. I know there's only a few of you, but don't be shy. I'm not going to bite. I promise. I'm not going to bite. Well, so what happens when Meghan Markle is no longer the Duchess of Sussex? And you know, when we say the Duchess of Sussex, it reminds me of how lately she's just been putting out there Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. And you know there's a strange twist to that, right? Because we also know that per royal protocol, when you are Meghan the Duchess of Sussex, it means you are currently married to the Duke of Sussex. But you consider yourself, or you label yourself simply as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, it all of a sudden sounds like you're saying Fergie or Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. You know what I mean? Like, before, Fergie was Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. Now she's just Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. So, you know, that one single tiny word with just 3 letters, it makes a huge difference. You see how love is in the detail? Sussex squad, love is in the detail. The detail is very, very, very tiny, but it changes the entire meaning of everything else. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked. So, I have a huge point to make, and I am taking time to really put this in ways and shapes and forms that will make it easy for you all to understand, because remember, we have some participants who have very low IQs that have just joined us, so we need to be nice and make it easy for them to understand as well, okay? So if I dumb down a few terms and a few words, bear with me, because everyone's got to understand what I'm trying to say. So, Meghan Markle loves to compare herself to Wallis Simpson in some weird, vague shape and form. Okay, she does. Her actions, her words, the way she carries herself, everything. Okay, you can't deny that there's a faint resemblance in these two women of two different eras and time, yet entwined into the same royal family. You know. So Wallis Simpson, do we remember her? Do you guys need a recap on Wallis Simpson? Well, I'm going to give you a recap as I go anyway. But Wallis Simpson was also herself in her time an American divorcee, twice divorced, if I might add. She married the British royal King Edward VIII, the famous uncle of Queen Elizabeth II, who abdicated the throne for love. You know, he found that this job was too heavy, too big for him, and he could not do it without the support of the woman he loves. But here's the difference. Wallis Simpson, she managed to get a king to abdicate the throne for her while already being a twice divorced woman. Meghan, she convinced a C-grade royal to abandon his own family, and they're still broke. Wallis Simpson, as crazy as it may sound right now, she changed the course of history. She has changed destiny. She has changed the way the British monarchy operates, sees things, does things. She has reshaped and redefined the meaning of duty, sacrifice, love, self-indulgence, da 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 da. Wallis Simpson, bottom line, changed the course of history. Because had she not done what she had done, this world we live in today, we would have been deprived of our famous Queen Elizabeth II. The world would have been deprived of this icon, this emblem, this mother to a nation, this legend, you know. So in some ways, we have to be thankful to Wallis Simpson for doing what she has done. Funny thing how 70 years later, almost, like almost 100 years later, we're just now thanking Wallis Simpson. But back then, everybody's like, man, that bitch, she took our king, she stole our king. And now we're like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, oh, thank you, Wallis Simpson. Thank you for taking the king away so that the world was able to see the birth of this legendary queen, this legendary monarch, So I don't know. Maybe in 100 years, we might be thinking, oh, thank you so much, Meghan Markle, for taking Prince Harry away. But nah, I don't know. It's too soon to tell, obviously, and I will not be around in 100 years to see if Meghan Markle's PR moves today will really give fruit in 100 years. But who's willing to bet with me today that in 100 years, nobody will even remember Meghan Markle? Anyway, she changed history, Wallis Simpson. Okay? Now let's compare Meghan's post-royal future to another exceptional person, the one she cosplays the most, Princess Diana. Remember how earlier I told you that a lot of women who marry into royalty, once they divorce, well, they lose status and they fall into oblivion, like they fall into obscurity. But history has taught us and has shown us that there is one exception. There's always 1% in this world. And Princess Diana is that one exception I wanted to mention, because she was a stellar. She became an even bigger icon and legend post-divorce. If you thought Princess Diana was a brilliant diamond when she was within the royal fold and the royal family, when she divorced Prince Charles, the then Prince of Wales, it's like a rebirth. Like it was Renaissance déjà vu, like rebirth of Princess Diana. That's literally the definition of Renaissance. She reinvented herself. No, she did not reinvent herself. She just ended up shining even more because now she was free to shine without the constraint of royal etiquette and royal protocols, And since Meghan Markle is Princess Diana's youngest daughter-in-law, it is only fitting that we compare these two women today. Okay? The reason I think Meghan Markle will never be a princess again if she divorces Prince Harry is because there's a simple, undeniable truth about Meghan Markle that not even you, the Sussex Squad, kind of argue with. Okay? If she divorces Prince Harry tomorrow, her royal career is dead. Over. Done. She will never, ever, ever find another prince. She will never be welcomed into another royal family. She will never be welcomed into any powerful, respectable family. She will never hold real power, prestige, or influence ever again. You know why? Simply because Meghan Markle is not Princess Diana. She wants to be. She cosplays as her. She dresses like her, stages her photos like her, even copies her most tragic, dew-eyed expressions. But what Meghan does not understand is that Diana wasn't loved for being a victim or because she was a victim. Princess Diana was loved because she was extraordinary, unique. And that is why the public loved her, despite her airing her marital grievances on air for the world to see, in public, broad daylight. Of course, Princess Diana had many flaws, but her brilliance, her uniqueness is what made her legendary. And that is what took precedence over all of these little grievances and all these little games she had with the press and the tabloids and even the royal family. Because to be honest with you guys, her only complaint, Princess Diana, was just the fact that she was an unhappy wife because her husband was in love with another person. That's her only problem. Otherwise, she had no problem with anyone, But Meghan Markle, let's not even go there. And so, what Meghan Markle does not understand is that Princess Diana, she was unique, and that's why after she divorced Prince Charles, the entire elite world across race, religion, and status wanted her. Period. Now, let's travel in time. So get into this little vessel with me, and let's travel time. Okay, let's travel time back into August 1996, when Princess Diana officially divorced Prince Charles. I don't know if you guys remember, but the world in some ways almost rejoiced back then. It was weird. It was a shock, but then also the world was rejoicing. Because again, most women after leaving royal families, they fall into irrelevance. And Diana, she just became the most wanted woman on the planet. World leaders adored her. Billionaires pursued her. Kings, sheikhs, tycoons, aristocrats, they all wanted to be a part of her world. And they all wanted her to be in their world, And why? Because Diana was not a title. She was real. She was elegant. She was poised. And she was irreplaceable. And she still is irreplaceable. She did not sell her personal story in the same way that Meghan Markle sold her story. She carried herself with class and dignity. And she had this very quiet, untouchable power and aura of a true princess. And the result? Every powerful man in the world threw themselves at her feet. Talk about power, man. Ooh, that woman. All she had to do is tilt her head slowly to the right, bat her lash once, and you could have a king at her feet. That's just how powerful she was. So anyway, let's talk about one of the wealthiest and most influential families in the world, the Al-Fayed family. The Egyptian billionaire Mohammed Al-Fayed was obsessed with Diana's kindness, beauty, and heart. He welcomed her into his empire, the Al-Fayed empire. He wanted her to be a part of his dynasty. He invited Princess Diana and then Prince William and Prince Harry onto this French Riviera vacation holiday, as we call it, right? And his son, Dodi Al-Fayed, a man from one of the most prestigious families, literally in the Arab world, he wanted to marry her. He saw her value. He saw her power, her grace. He saw her ability to transcend race, culture, and status. He saw her potential to be a part of something even greater than the British monarchy. He wanted her to be a part of the world, of his world. This world of opulence and everything, The Al-Fayeds, they didn't care that she was a divorced princess. No. Not at all. They didn't see her as a burden or anything else, but they saw her as an honor. They were honored when she was around. When in her presence, they're just honored. Princess Diana had this thing where she could just make men drop down to their knees simply by saying hello. That's just her thing. And so Diana was a queen without a crown. Okay? And had fate not intervened, she would have rewritten her future in unimaginable ways. But now, tell me, who will do the same for Meghan Markle? Who? Now, let's fast forward back in time, and let's say Meghan Markle, in time into the future. So back to the future. Let's say Meghan Markle divorces Prince Harry. Okay? She walks away with millions, but no title. She walks away with fame, but no respect. She walks away with media influence, but no legacy. Now ask yourself, even you, Sussex Squad, who will rush to claim her? Who will literally want to be with Meghan Markle post Prince Harry? Will another prince from the Middle East or Asia fight for her? Hell to the no. Will billionaires see her as an honor to their dynasty? Hell no. Hell no. Will she be invited to elite old money circles of power? Nope. Why? Why not? Are they racist? No, they're not racist. Meghan Markle just doesn't fall into the category anymore, Meghan Markle is not even fit to be in their vocabulary. That's just how irrelevant she is. Because Meghan Markle has no value beyond controversy. Meghan has no value beyond the Sussex Squad and the Sugars and the woke people. That's it. She has tons of value to you guys, Sussex Squad. But that's it. Nobody else in this world sees her as anything valuable. Okay? She's not Princess Diana. She's not an icon of grace. She's not a beacon of nobility. She's a cosplay hoe. The Al-Fayed family would never claim her. The Ambani family and their empire, they would never claim her. The Sultan of Brunei's dynasty would never claim her. The Thai monarchy would never claim her. And you know what else? Who would never even claim her despite being, I think, the person that would fit her most? Even Kim Jong-un, the absolute dictator of North Korea, would not want her. Although I am really thinking, she would be a perfect dictator for North Korea, because Kim Jong-un, if he has not selected or named a successor, Meghan Markle would be a good candidate. We all know she would not even fall under the category for Kim Jong-un, Even he has higher standards than Meghan Markle. That's how bad it is. Meghan Markle is a liability, not an asset. She's divisive, scandal-ridden, fame-hungry opportunist who has burned every bridge, starting with her family, starting with her bloodline. And you know, these royalties, these monarchies, these elite families, it's all about family and protecting the family name, the family legacy. And here's Meghan Markle cutting family ties like, doop, doo, 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 doo. I don't give a shit about my dad. I don't give a shit about my sister. No, 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 no. You know? And then she's made Prince Harry sever all his ties with his family. So out there in the world, nobody gonna want her. Trust me, nobody wants her. Trust me, no one wants a woman who destroys the family she marries into. And even you, Sussex Squad, you would not want a woman like that if you were yourself part of an elite or a royal family. You know, you can't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. It looks ugly on you. Anyways, this is the reason why the Sussex Squad, you guys need to wake up. You guys have been fooled into believing that Meghan Markle is a revolutionary warrior. You have been lied to. You've been manipulated and used. You've been used. You've been effed over and over and over from behind. And I can't believe you don't even feel the hurt anymore. You know, that's just how conditioned you are now, that you're not even thinking straight anymore, that you can't even ask simple questions anymore. You know, you have defended a woman who does not even care about you, who does not even acknowledge you. Literally, she's using you because your IQ is so low, because you have no vision, because you stand for nothing in life. Therefore, you will fall for everything she sells you. And it's time for you, Sussex Squad, to reclaim yourself. Reclaim a little bit of that IQ. Stop letting her make a fool out of you, because then we're having a field day laughing at you. And I don't want to, but I have to, because you make me. You make me laugh at you. And I don't want to, because I know there's got to be more to you than just this. This attitude you have is stupid. It's ridiculous. So ashamed of the way Meghan Markle makes you feel, you know. That's so shameful. So sorry she's doing this to you, you know. But again, my point is, race was never the issue. Power was. Meghan Markle is not a victim. She's a failed grifter who's literally abusing people like the Sussex Squad to fall for her narrative. But when her final act ends, when the curtain falls, she will realize that she is nothing without the name she married into. Because the real race card, it was never about white versus black. It was about who has real value in the world and who is disposable. Diana was irreplaceable and remains irreplaceable. Meghan, she's like a one-time use, toss away kind of thing. You know, she's completely forgettable. And the world is finally waking up. So, dear Sussex Squad, time to be honest. Who, in your opinion, will fight for Meghan Markle if she divorces Prince Harry? Tyler Perry? Nah. He won't even give her a role in any of his movies. She can't. Meghan Markle does not even qualify as being an extra in his movies. Medea won't even look at Meghan Markle. That's just. Despite the fact that Medea is Meghan Markle's daughter Liliana's godfather, you know. Yes, I say Liliana because I don't feel that Lilibet is right. But because Meghan Markle loves to cosplay Princess Diana and has named her daughter also after Princess Diana, then I thought it was more fitting to combine the two and call her Liliana. Isn't that beautiful, Liliana? I think it's cute. Don't you? And so, as we come to the end of this discussion for now, I just wanted to recap and let you know that Princess Diana was irreplaceable and will remain irreplaceable for probably the rest of eternity. Meghan Markle is a one-time use object. That's it. And she's had the time to prove herself, and she has failed every time with flying colors. Now, drop a comment and let us know who you think will fight for Meghan Markle if she divorces Prince Harry. We would love to know. Also, share this video if you see through the race hustle, if you see through her baiting card game. Join the movement. Hashtag proud racist with a Y. Hashtag racism, not racism. Hashtag race is heritage, not hate. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more because we have a lot more to unpack and you definitely do not want to miss our next topic. Until next time, see you soon. This is Vespera signing off.